speaking. I don't need you guys to be hurt each other, okay? Okay, the squad that I have put on white.
Mark, fix that. 5v5v5.
All right.
Ah.
After practice, we all go to tacos if you'd like to come with us.
Where is that? Tapatio or something like that?
It's right up the street here. Amanda, what's the name of the taco place? El Sombrero. El Sombrero.
The hat. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it means, that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the hat.
You live around here, right?
Listen, gotta learn a little bit. I did.
You've been here forever?
No, I came from New York.
Oh.
Yeah, I did. Play basketball, SUNY, Morrisville. Yeah. Division II. It was fun.
Hey.
Yeah, it was okay. And then came here and started building life, you know, career and other things. I play basketball for fun now, but, you know, it's always fun.
I'm really terrible at sports.
You told me. The
You
cleats.
know,
You told me the
that's
cleat
right,
story.
The cleat story. Yeah.
Listen, some of us are made for some things in support of.
Right.
And that's cool too. Because without that support system, guess what? The game wouldn't work either. You know what I mean? You need coaches, you need
Well, that's
reps.
the one rule here. I won't coach. Like, don't ask me about I'm here to fix things. That's what I do. I'll fix your flat tire. I'll wrap up your bloody fingers.
Listen,
I'll do whatever. But
guess what? Without the tires, there's no game. You're bleeding, you can't play.
and
So all
then
that
nothing-
has its
nothing
value.
worse than having 5 people think they're coach.
Yeah, that's the
You know, it just-
all you're gonna hear is confusion. Confusion. Yay. Man, I'm over here like, whew.
You've been down here a while then, I take it.
Yeah, I came down here in, originally in 2000 and, what year was that? 3? Yeah, 2003. And I was like, no, because the first time I came, I kind of went back and forth for a little while. I didn't really like Florida. And
I wish more people felt that way.
yeah, not anymore. They're especially coming right now. They're killing us. You see this traffic? You see these expansions? Like, I loved it when you came here. It was quiet. There's nothing. I can go from Kissimmee. I can go to my mom's house to my house, 20 minutes. Easy. Now,
You can go anywhere.
listen, you get on that turnpike, that exit right before you get to St. Cloud, the road kind of like merges in, and I don't know what happens right there. In between 417 and that St. Cloud 192 exit, once it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon to maybe about 6 o'clock,
Stop.
I don't get it. I'm just like, guys, it's emergent. There's no stop sign. There's no stop light. Just in and out. Just, if you guys...
The whole thing started when the rat hit Orlando. That's when it all started.
See, the rat was here before me, so I don't know. But I've heard that. Oh, wow. Wow. So what was it like before Disney?
Oh, it was a rural community. Downtown Orlando in the spring, it smelled like perfume. I used to smell like orange blossoms everywhere.
Clean.
Yeah, there wasn't, I mean,
I get
Pine
it.
Hills was a new community.
No, but I can kind of tell though. Because you know what I was looking at when I first came here? Like, you can always tell a transition of things. Because if you look at the homes and how they were originally built in certain areas, you can tell that at one point it was probably a nice affluent little neighborhood,
it was.
right?
Yeah, it was a
And
middle class.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'm like, okay, well, things change, and then probably everything just shifted and kind of split this way. Either people moved further west or further east. So I was just like, okay.
It just sprawled and,
Yeah.
you know,
You know, it was interesting.
go everywhere.
Coming from New York, it was weird because everything kind of, it wasn't that easy to tell that you were like in the hood. It wasn't that easy to tell. Like I was just like, okay. But then once I saw like the people, the crowds, what was happening, I'm like, wow, I wouldn't have known that. You know?
I live in Deltona. We don't have a hood.
There's no hood
Never
there.
had one.
It's pretty country, it's pretty
Well,
rural.
it's because people are often somewhere else, so you've got Puerto Ricans and black people and Asian
mix.
people and everybody.
Yeah.
And you're all living in the same neighborhood. And
Everybody
it's just-
acts right.
Every now and then you'll have that one house, you know, that's a rental. It's,
Right. Like, hey, in and out for a little while, you deal with something, but
People I
That's
say,
nice.
how long have you been in Deltona? I was there before Deltona.
wow.
Deltona's not that old.
That's true.
No.
That's true.
And it's the second largest city in Central Florida, population.
When did that
Outside of
happen?
Orlando, a couple of years ago.
Wow.
It's like everywhere in Florida.
Expansion.
Yeah, well, we had a governor a few years back decided to cut some of the limits on where you can build, and so now we have all these houses in swamps, and our insurance rates are through the roof because
Of course.
you have a hurricane, and I got to pay for the guy that built his house in the swamp.
Exactly. With
You know, I'm on top of
$5,000
hill.
deductible, like,
Yeah.
wow. Like my mom.
Just growing pains, it wasn't handled well.
Yeah, my mom was telling me that, like when she first came down here and purchased her home. This is before I even really got, like, oh, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Like we came here and I remember the first place we went was like on the east side, like close to the airport. And at that time it was an okay neighborhood, but I'm kind of glad, like looking at how it progressed, I'm glad that she selected what she did. You know what I'm saying? Because where she is right now, she's great.
Good.
She's great, you know what I mean?
We had a woman that come down there. She was older. She's like the age I am now. She'd adopted this kid. He was a terrible basketball player, but that was beside the point. But, you know, she adopted this kid later in life, and she's living up north, and she wants to move to Florida where she wants. So she calls a real estate agent to find a house. She says, I found this beautiful house, had a swimming pool, blah, blah, blah. They put it right in the over.
Damn, and she had no clue, of course.
No clue because, you know, she's not your dad.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you son of a bitch. Talk about taking advantage.
Like took advantage of her, like
A
seriously.
little old lady with a disabled kid.
Come
that
on,
she
son. She
adopted.
don't need to be right there, and you know she don't need to be right there. Well, I have my real estate license too, and there are things that like as a realtor, I feel like there are definitely things that go against
Right.
the laws, right? Like you really should, you know, you really should explain to a person you can't like redline, and I can't say to you, well, okay, you can't live here because you know this happens, and I
You
can't
can
say
live
that.
there.
But
You can live there, but I wouldn't.
that wouldn't be my choice. You know, you can't talk
You gotta
about
walk that line.
right, but at the same time, I'm also the sort of person that's going to show you things that you potentially may not ask me, like school. I'll show you the school. I'll show you the quote unquote statistics in terms of crime, in terms of different things. You make that choice. Because guess what? Every neighborhood has some level of danger
Absolutely.
or hazard.
There's no safe place.
Yeah, but you make that informed decision. I'm not going to decide for you. You know, you figure that out. But yeah, some of my counterparts are not that. Yeah.
Well, I'm not moving. I've been in my house 35 years.
Oof. Jeez. Jeez.
I like my neighborhood. I'm old and I don't like change
You're
anymore.
comfortable. You're comfortable. Where are you going, Tom?
Well, exactly.
Where are you
First
going?
off, if I sold my house, I could make 6 times
Yeah.
what I paid for it. But then what do I do?
Exactly. Is it enough to replace the quality of life that you have right now?
Yeah.
I think of it that way because, like my mom always says, they always call me, they're always trying to offer me this amount and that amount, but then she thinks, like, if I take that and I go buy something else, yeah, it's going to be, let's say it's in a nice neighborhood, but the land, my mother's house, her property, huge. It's a lot of land. And I'm like, you're not going to get that anymore.
No.
You're not. And if you want to get that, you're going to end up out in the country where you say you don't want to be by yourself. So,
You say a fancy 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-bath is $500,000.
dude, with a backyard,
Yeah.
that 2 of them can fit in this.
Yeah.
Listen, if maybe 4 backyards, when I look at it, can fit in this gym.
Well, my house is surrounded by woods except on one side when
Well,
I bought it.
I would have liked that.
But it's gone now. It's,
They
I
said
got
the building.
neighbors living there.
See, I like that.
I left a a patch of woods in my backyard behind
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And that's where my grill is, so I can go out there and have a beer
Yeah,
and
and
just pretend
chill.
like I'm out in the country. And
Exactly.
deal with
That
it all.
privacy. I love that. I love that.
It's a different place than it used to be.
I've only been here, what, 20 years? And it's different, so I can imagine for you, you know? And everybody's coming from up north. And the culture is changing a lot. A lot's
I'll tell you
happening.
exactly what happened. Air conditioning. See, when I was a kid, there was
There was no central?
Oh no, we didn't have air. I didn't have air
But
in
you're right.
school. I didn't have air in the school buses.
Oh, wow. It got comfortable
You go
for the
to-
game.
well, if you're a kid, you don't know any different. You don't know any different.
Right.
You know, and they
I
have.
grew up on an island,
you
you're
know,
right. I didn't notice.
Terrazzo floor, so
Right, yeah, I do. That was it.
You throw your blanket and pillow down on terrazzo
You're good to
floor,
go.
and it was
That's
like,
it.
Like air conditioning.
Like, it's cool now.
Turn the fan on and live with it.
Yes.
But look at now, it's like you're in school and everything.
Ah,
Don't
Shoot,
fall out of your
Emery.
chair, my man.
like he be, listen, I'm like, Emery, relax. Relax. He does this whole,
I'll keep bugging. If I can get a hold of Bird Drives, he delivers cars and stuff. But if I can get a hold of Bird, I'll get his chair. Because he's about the size of Bird.
okay.
And I know Bird's got
Oh,
an
he'll be
extra
more
chair.
comfortable in that chair.
Yeah, that-
I gotcha.
Because they're all, you know, they're custom built.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
So their size, I
They,
get
they
it.
fit you
Yeah. Like for this part and for the leg.
every direction. Your length of your legs, you know, or your single amp, double amp.
Wow.
How much, if you have
Mobility.
your paraplegic or something up there,
Right.
then they'll have more more what they call bucket in the chair. You
So the
can-
weight
Well, you
distribution.
can, like Greg, number 13. See how his chair, he's sitting at an angle?
Yes.
Well, that way he can put the ball in his lap.
Oh, I get
Because he
it.
has no core.
Gotcha. Everything is up.
Everything from there.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Because I'm looking at Mike. Mike's different in terms of even how the chair sits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. All of them are positioned differently.
Yeah, the only big man we got, Jim. He's the last one we got left playing.
Man. It's time to develop and grow again.
That's where we're at. Looking for people.
Try.
Jake will tell you, I see somebody in a wheelchair, I chase your ass down.
You're like, hey,
Come here.
what you do?
Come here.
What do you do on Tuesday?
What do you do to stay in shape? What do you do to stay in
Right.
shape? It works better with Jake. It's like, what do you do to stay in shape?
Right.
Play oh no, I can't play basketball. Y'all never play. I've got too much disability. You don't understand how the points work.
Right.
The greater your disability, the greater your time on the floor is going to be.
Right,
And
right.
once you understand that,
You're going to be able to capitalize and you'll actually love it.
it almost works better if you get somebody like Mark that never played basketball.
Yes.
Because you get a guy that's played street ball his whole life, he's going to play completely
Right, different.
And
Absolutely.
It's hard to get that. We've
You gotta
had a few that
rewire.
come and go.
Yeah.
We've got a few come and go that just can't get that concept.
It won't work. It's hard to work. It's very hard. Like I was talking to Mark and I was telling him about Emery. Like for him, it was hard for him to like. You're not standing. You're not on your legs.
Play with you back to the basket.
Right.
Play with you back to the basket.
Yeah, you can't do that, you know? So a lot of adjustments. I think he's adjusted well. I just think sometimes
How
he
long
gets
has he been
frustrated.
disabled?
Almost 3 years.
Oh, okay.
So it's fairly new, especially considering
Fairly new.
he's a grown man. You know
Honestly, it takes about 2 years to get used to being
Yeah,
disabled.
yeah, he
And
told me
then you're
that.
ready to go on.
what I mean? Yeah.
When Greg first showed up, he left because he wasn't
Mentally, they weren't ready.
for that.
Yeah. There's a lot of acceptance in it. A lot.
Yeah.
You know, especially for someone that isn't born that way or didn't acquire that at a earlier time in life.
Right.
You know, you live more than 50% of your quote unquote lifespan.
Well, see,
able,
all the
and then-
kids in those teams are all spinal bifida kids. They're all bits.
Oh.
So they've all had this level of disability.
Yeah, they're a lot variant. Yeah.
But spinal bifida kids, they work information differently. They think differently.
Also.
Yeah, so sometimes it's hard to get a biff to a
Understanding.
little to understand. Jake's is just different.
Gotcha.
Like Jake's a smart kid, but Jake's
Yeah.
very slow at talking because he has to get his
It's
words.
processing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. You gotta be patient with him. All right.